Ramblin' Man Moto coming at you. It's been raining here in the Richmond, Virginia area for the past, I don't know, couple of weeks it feels like. And there might have been like one day of riding weather that I was tied up in. I'll ride in the rain, but not on purpose to go out just for that if it's raining. I don't mind riding in the rain, but it's not my favorite thing to do. It's not as fun of a ride, and I got to clean the bike up a little better afterwards. Gets all spotty. I'm going out a little bit today to run an errand, and also I've seen some photos and videos that the James River is pretty active. I don't know if flooding is the right word, but it's active for sure. And I thought I might go fly my drone, check out if I see anything. We have a fellow rider at the head of this pack going 10 miles under the speed limit. I think I've seen this guy around this part of town a number of times. I had a chance to get in front of him and passed. Usually I assume riders are going to go faster than me, and I tend to defer and let them pass or get in front, or I'll wait to get behind them. And I saw him coming at one of these roads and decided to let him go before I jumped out, and I was clearly wrong. He's been going 45 and a 55 the whole way here. If all goes according to plan, I should be going to a Clint concert tonight. Clint was the opening act to the first live concert I recall ever seeing. It was Clint was an opener. Patty Loveless was the other opener. And then the headliner was Alabama. This rider who was going 45 in the 35 apparently feels okay still doing 45 in the 35, so he's up the road now. I have sold one of my GoPros. I decided to remove one of them so that I didn't have two competing sales going on at the same time. So I've sold the GoPro that normally would have been on my handlebars with the no, I take that back. I sold the one that was on my helmet with the GoPro Media Mod and a couple of batteries. I didn't get as much as I thought I should or would. I can't argue with quote-unquote the market and capitalism, but you know, on eBay sometimes I wonder about the algorithms and how you're showing up when people search for stuff, because the one I have up now is just the GoPro and two batteries and a battery charger. The one I had before was GoPro, a couple of extended batteries, charger, and the media mod, and it went for like 165, 170. Goodness. And the one I have now was just the GoPro and a couple of batteries, is already up to 158. It's like, I mean, it's already trending better than the one that sold. Both of them were the same camera.
Nice looking bike.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I tell you guys, I get that almost every time I'm out from somebody. It's fun. This is my first recording, I think, with this Action Pro that I bought on the handlebars. And I think I could turn it down a little further, actually. A lot of view of the sky there, but maybe it'll look okay. So I'm headed to see if we can see any footage from the James River. It would be more exciting, probably near downtown Richmond in the background, but I don't feel like going that way. As we're approaching kind of the fall into the winter, how many of you keep riding during this time of the year? I try to ride at least once a week, every month. And I'll be the first to admit that the winter months are not nearly as enjoyable, right? You know, in addition to your usual riding gear, then you've got like the winter clothing. And I hate winter. I've never enjoyed, either as a kid or now that, you know, we have kids, getting myself or them dressed up. My kids are older now, so they do this by their own choice. But when they were younger, you know, you get them all puffed up like the Goodyear, Mr. Goodyear man. All wrapped up, bungled up, coats, jackets, gloves, hat, ski mask, whatever. And then you're out there for like 10 minutes and like, it's too cold, I'm coming in. And that's how I feel getting ready on the motorcycle with all these layers. I don't mind putting on my protective equipment I wear all the time. But man, getting on the long john layers, the heated gear, hooking that up correctly, futzing with the heated gloves, those are, to me, probably the worst. Now that I've got heated grips on both bikes, I'm less concerned about the heated gloves. I have found that the grips alone are pretty good, combined with just some good warm gloves. They don't have to be heated. I found those heated gloves are just really difficult to get back on, especially the second or third time after you've been sweating. They get all bunched up. I bought a new pair at the end of, or at the beginning of last season. Can't remember which. I've gone through 3 heated gloves trying to find a good fit that I like. The first pair I had was just so incredibly difficult to get on. And then the cabling, you're running that from the jacket. But I'm optimistic maybe I've gotten it dialed in pretty good now. I might do a little video about the winter gear I wear. I'm sure I need to make some improvements in my setup. So we're going this way. We're gonna ride maybe about 10 more minutes to see if I can get a glimpse of the James River. I don't think it's flooded over into like the park and the parking lot. In fact, I don't think it's over. It's just much stronger and higher than normal, but I don't think it's flooded, you know, like roads or bridges here. But from what I was reading, from what we were on the receiving end coming downstream, it has flooded other things, and there's been like trash bins and chemicals and stuff that maybe have gotten into the water, and physical objects that have gotten into the water from upstream coming down our way. How many of you are undecided voters? We're about 30 some odd days from the election. Some dude in the Wall Street Journal, you know, wrote this very witty article, but I read it today and it's like, he is an undecided voter. Now, he was writing it from a humor standpoint because his wife is not. But it's like, to me, this guy was talking about, he's been married 50 years. So this is not a spring chicken. Let's assume the guy's in his 70s. And you remain undecided about a presidential vote 30 days before it, and you're scratching your chin, weighing the pros and the cons. I want to hear a message from each candidate. I'm sorry, these are the idiots. That's in my opinion, idiots. We're supposed to think these are the learned people. They study the topics. They study the candidates. They're putting a lot of work in, really studying everybody. And to me, they're just idiots. It's like, you've got to have a worldview. Yeah, you can moan that you wish the candidates were better. I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I'm voting to keep Democrats out of power. Period. That's it. I don't need to hear a regurgitation of what you don't like about Donald Trump or Republicans. We have a choice, and right now the way our country is structured, either the Republican or the Democrat is going to win. The independent vote's throwing your vote away. You might as well vote for the person you don't want to win, because that's what you're doing. So then it's like, well, I could pick apart some topics I don't like about Trump, but I'm not voting for Trump. I'm voting against the Democrats. That's simple to me. And because as a party, I don't want what they believe in. Simple as that. And with Trump, do I get 100% of what I want? Nope. But I'd probably get about 70% or so. With Democrats, 5%, if that. So I just don't get, especially some dude in his 70s. If you haven't formed what your belief is on these topics, and who better aligns with your beliefs, what is your problem? How are you making a decision in life? I didn't know that much about J.D. Vance. Mostly what I got was from the media, which of course doesn't like him. And man, he did great in that debate. I watched about 80% of that debate. Actually, as my teenager was watching it, reminded me, he was watching it, and I missed about the first 20 minutes. And I got enough going back, kind of watching some of it. Then I watched the rest of it with him. From a public speaking perspective, I like watching politicians just to learn things, but I also care about the political points. Let's see. Water is definitely up there. Might pull in over there. Sure where I want to go here. Go down here. See how this looks. This comes to gravel down here. It's not my favorite, but the other side of it's gravel as well. Come over here and park here. Okay. We're going to go in and fly the drone a little bit here, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, Ramblin' Man back at you. We just flew the drone up, and if all goes according to plan, maybe you saw some of that footage. And I'm going to head back home, and I think we're going to the Clint Black concert tonight. All right, I'll see you on the road.